How's it going, everybody? Let me check my volume because I'm sure it's low. And now it's good. So our contributor, Michael, has given us a lot of stuff to look at. So let's take a look at it. I've got some old prep in here that I might as well also go over. The Dark Knight to 724. My goodness, why did I have that up there? That was from, so I was looking at 724 a long time ago without even remembering the pill bottle. It is a perfect 404 in the hours for the Book of Revelation. It's 585 on the days, which is the address of my second marriage. It's 16 years, 6 days for the Book of Revelation, 66. Yeah, that's powerful. And the rising day on 726, the days turn into 5852. And that just compounds the interest on what I was just telling y'all. Because that was my second marriage progression, 52. 404 in the hours, still, of course, but it's 16 years, 8 days for 168. 68 is reversal of 86. My first wife, 62848 times me. So our marriage, first two digits were 51. So she was my 52. And there it is, the 5852. And where we got married, it was called, how come I can't remember? We'll do it. We'll figure it out. Auburndale Bed and Breakfast Weddings, Town Manor. You see the address right there is 585. So that's what I'm saying. That Dark Knight. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. More personal ciphers from the same mode. Oh, wow. So 412 was my progression. So my Mayday friend and I, you remember the on 3/11/2022, she turned the first 5 digits of Trump and I's combined number, and 33 days later, I turned the next 5 digits of Trump and I's combined number. Well, that 33 days later, 33, yes, Mystery Babylon's big number, but all numbers belong to the Lord. This is his world. We're just living in it. So, and then of course, 33 days after that was a total lunar eclipse. So we knew that we had found a cipher. And sure enough, it's 836 days to the rising day. And that was my divorce day on the Groundhog Day. February times 2nd times 2009, 8036. And there's your 836. And remember, when you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to plus 7 plus 8, the sum is 36. When you do the same for 36 plus 35 plus 36, your sum is 666. And we also remember there was 332 days left in the year on 332 days left in the year on 2009 on that Groundhog Day, and it was 666. And then it ends in 88, 666, 988. And the 98th verse is the White Horse verse. So that Groundhog Day, that of course is a big deal. And when we run that to our date of the 24th on the pill bottle, it's 9624. That number 24. I know, no, that is somebody else. So let's go to Groundhog Day. Try again. It's 56:51, 135 in the hours. 15 years, 5 months, 22 days. The 22nd prime number is 79 for murder. The hours are 135, 624. And the beauty of 135 is the 135th prime number is 761, which is the amount of verses combined in Revelation and Daniel. And of course, they use that. They used the 135. They used the 761 because they showed you both license tags back to back in the Dark Knight. Again, with this Dark Knight stuff. The 802 text to Trump. And then, of course, there's the next progression of 33, which was the total lunar eclipse. And if you run that to the rising day, it's in the heart of text to Trump. It's the 802. And of course, it was August 2nd when I told her I wanted a divorce. And exactly half a year later, on February 2nd, was when the divorce took place. It was supposed to be in like November, but she had gotten a lawyer and pushed it to February. So everything was meant to be 1,000%. This is all hitting perfect. It's a perfect 800 days to the 86ing day, but it's that perfect 802, which is in the heart of text to Trump, 88022. So apparently, back on July 10th, I was already into this date and I had just forgotten about it and didn't care about the date anymore. And now I'm just like, now that I know he's going to be in Charlotte, wow. I don't know what this is. 12 years, 1 day later. So JD Vance already did this. The day they announced him, he had 9/11 and 11/3 for the One World Trade Tower rising, and 9/11 was all about 7/11 rising from the pit for murder the day that he was appointed. So yeah, he had 9/11, 11/3, and murder 79 and Simple Gematria all in his days old, months old, weeks old. So let's get going with it. This is Michael's prep. So City of Charlotte looks like it's got the octopus tentacles from Spectre. He says we get the crown, Revelation 6:2, and that is a crown. But when you look at Spectre, if you look at the SPECTRE logo, James Bond SPECTRE logo, and that's what it is. It's your Spectre logo. That's what that is. That's what that is. Yeah, just absolutely fascinating. Had to post all that to Facebook. The Spectre logo. Let me grab those for you. So Charlotte's logo is the crown, but it's Spectre. I mean, that's easy to see, right? No? Let's blow it up big. Oh, what in the world happened there? Let's blow it up big. Spectre. Spectre. Charlotte. I like the way it's 1775, don't you? Revelation 175 is Mystery Babylon the Great, all capitalized. Fascinating. Charlotte city flag looks like Scottish flag. Well, there's no telling what all is going on there. Charlotte is known as the Queen City. We all know about the Queen Bee. And what's he running there? September 8th, 2022. It's what happened September 8th. So from Queen's, the Queen's death. So Michael's saying from the Queen's death on 9/8/2022 to 7/24/24. Remember, 24/24 is Jesus in Strong's Concordance. And 7 is a number for cleansing. So it's like the perfect day to open the book of Revelation. Is 1 year, 10 months, 16 days. So that's a backwards, upside down 9/11, 116. She died 9/11 days after the 3/11/20 illness declaration on a earthly scale, and 3 weeks after Prince Charles. So everything in their world is coded, of course, by Mystery Babylon. Nice work there, Michael. Estimate 9/11, 3/11. What's he looking at here? Charlotte population as of 2023, 9/11, 3/11. Nice job. Oh, Michael always cracks me up when I talk to him. I just gets me laughing. She died on 11/17, Zechariah 11/17. Charlotte is named after Queen Charlotte. Wow, that's powerful. We got to put that to the Facebook post. Hang on. So that's just plain crackpot amazing research by Michael. Crackpot, what's the crackpot detective? I don't know if I'm using the right terminology. A perfect detective, a detective on top of his game. What's a term for a detective on top of his game? Bloodhound, investigator. I'm going to put the word pot on here. Playful word for detective. Sleuth. Michael's definitely sleuthing. Because crackpot means goofball also, so that's not what it is. Michael's not a goofball. He's snapshot research. I can't think of the term. What's the term? Jerry Jeff Walker was the writer of the song Mr. Bojangles. It was recorded 6/7/68. He was telling me a lot of this on the phone yesterday while we were talking. That's the day after RFK event, fake staged event in the city of MLK. In the city of the MLK event. Both occurred in 1968. Remember, that's Trump and I's combined number. Trump's number is 163464. When you multiply 6 times 14 times 1946, my number is 82362. Again, with the 8 and a 36. Mayday friend turned that many days old March 11th. I turned that many days old 33 days later on April 12th. And then 33 days after that was a total lunar. So we knew we had a cipher. If we run from that 3/11, 2022, when it all began on the rising day, that's it. It's 868, 86, and 68. My goodness. 86 is the death, but 68 is the rising. It's the reversing of 86. It's 868 days. On the event day, it's 866. For when you 86 somebody, you eliminate them, and 66 book of the Bible is book of Revelation. Wow. That's so powerful. And I say all the time, I think we found our date, don't I? So I wouldn't dare do that now. I don't believe in jinxes, though, so I'll just say I think we found our date. The Democrats had their national convention in Chicago in 1968. They had their convention in August in Chicago this year. So again, with history repeating itself, the dates that are in the fall are just enormous. um, the September, the October, of course, November always with its 11 for 11/7, 11/17. November is always in play. But that December 7th date that we've done a playlist on, that, of course, is absolutely gigantic. And Charlotte, North Carolina equals 119, which is Donald in simple gematria. And this is where A is 1, B is 2, Z is 26. Yeah, so this is just Charlotte in C is the same as Donald. It's the simple gematria or the English ordinal. Wow. That's awesome. Nice work, Michael. So, an Angel White showed us in the YouTube videos the painting, the lobby, the young Trump in the lobby, the crown on top of the building. And that's Obama. That's Jeb Bush, like we were showing you yesterday. And then that's Hillary. So it was all about that 2020 election and so forth. There's the black hole sun. So just excellent stuff by Michael. Bank of America, why? He says, why? Saying why? He's saying, why is there this behind the scenes? So let's blow this up. Hang on a second. All right, so let's blow it up and see what's up. Bank of America. So this Bank of America in Hill Valley, so it's all over Back to the Future. Back to the Future, Back to the Future, Part 2, Back to the Future, Part 3, Back to the Future animated series. Fascinating. Just tremendous research by Michael there. Just fascinating. Bank of America has appeared in all Back to the Future movies. Here's a photo that I took from the Bank of America ATM. They have had this check with a date 1/16/20 throughout this year on the screen. Where are they telling us 9/11 is 2023? Screen at ATM, Bank of America, they had a check 1/16/23 shown. 1/16/23 to 7/24 is either 555 days or 1 year, 90 days. So it's 555119, Donald. Good stuff. So they unveiled the design first, the soon-to-be-built Bank of America on 6/14/1988. Trump's birthday, of course, in 88. And 88 is Trump and simple gematria. So Trump's 42nd birthday is when they... That's fascinating. Oh, this is just so fascinating. Just really good stuff, Michael. Wow. Let's keep going. So from 5/1, high satanic. By the way, well, I got y'all. Heliofont did put out their April 21st video. And it was called, it was Tom Jax. It had Jax Taylor. They zeroed in on Jax Taylor. So it's this one here where Heliofont did what they do. And they zero in on him. They zero in like on his right eye. It's 38 seconds long. 38 is murder and reversible reduction. Well, you look down here, it was released on April 21st. And when you run that April 21st date to the 8016 day of 724, it's 3 months, 3 days. It's 33 code. And it's 13 weeks, 3 days. So it's Revelation 13:3. First time deadly wound is mentioned. So that's pretty strong. And iPet Goat was re-uploaded on February 5th. So if we were to run that date, if we were to run that date, nothing really big sticks out to me there. And let's go back to their original dates. July 3rd was when it hit on their YouTube channel. And there it is, 148, which is Donald J. Trump in simple gematria. 1482 days. And it's 4 years, 21 days for your 421, your April 21st date when they put the other video up. That's fascinating. And on the rising day, it's 1484. So it's Donald J. Trump and simple gematria fused with the number 84, which is 7 times 12. 7's the number for cleansing, 12's the number for the church. Antichrist helps cleanse the church. And that's also 6 times 14. Trump's birthday is 84. So that's what that 84 number is about. And it hits right on it on the rising day. This might be our date. I'm telling you, this is freaky. From 5-1, High Satanic Holiday. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. 1992 to 7/24/24 is 32 years, 2 months, 23 days from the inaugural crown lighting on 5/9/92. 7/24/24 is 32 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days. Good stuff, Michael. That's tenants started coming up to Corporate Center on 5/1, inaugural crown lighting on 5/9. The movie Tenet, of course, is something we want to look at. I guess I've got till Wednesday to start looking at stuff. After or from the release of Parallax View on 6/14 is 601 months, 10 days. That's 6/11, 9/11. The Trump shooter in Butler, PA occurred at 6/11/3/11 Pacific Standard Time. After years of showing movies release date 6/14, Wikipedia changed it to 6/19, but my screenshots live on. Yeah, and we went ahead and just, there's Michael's screenshot where it says 6/14, and Wikipedia changed it. Now 6/14 was on a Friday. Parallax View on Trump's birthday, a 1974 release about a presidential candidate being shot at the Space Needle. We showed you that in a previous video. And I went ahead and just Googled Parallax View release date, June 14th. And of course, it comes right up. So, yeah. And we've got Michael's original screenshot. So, nice work there, Michael. Donnie Darko pill bottle, 7/24/88. We love that pill bottle. That's the best. Yeah, man. Volume's good. We love that pill bottle. That's crazy stuff, man. If he really goes down on 7/24. Echo and the Bunny Man. The Killing Moon was uploaded official YouTube channel for Echo and the Bunny Man 6/24/2014, exactly 121 months and no days to 7/24. Wow. Yeah, that's what kicked off Donnie Darko, or in one of them, because there's a director's cut and then there's a theatrical. I do get them confused. But Echo and the Bunny Man, The Killing Moon. And yeah. That's why I'm always big 2 days before a 2 days before a full moon. Today is the full moon, by the way. On the same day that Trump or on the same day that the Trump or death flag was unfurled at Yankee Stadium. Trump or death. Supporters, Trump supporters unveil massive Trump or death flag at Yankee Stadium. 9623. Heliofont took down iPad Goat from YouTube. That was 322 days prior to 724. What? So they took it down on 9/6. I didn't know that. I need to put that in here. So the guy that supposedly did iPad Goat, even though we know the AI did it, his name is Louis Lefebvre or whatever. His birthday, 14th of August. Excuse me, his name in Jewish or Hebrew gematria comes to June 13. So I ran June 13 of this year to the rising day, and it's 1 month, 13 days, which is 11.3 code for rising. That's one world trade tower on 11.3. 1 month, 13 days, 113. Wow. So yeah, I just wanted to go through and see what his name also pops for August 14th. So if we look at August 14th, back to the rising day, it's 19 days or 2 weeks, 5 days to the 86ing day. It's 21 days, exactly 3 weeks. 18144. Now that part there was very interesting. Let's come down into, it does come up to Valentine's Day. Yeah, and we know all about that symbology. And I pet goat with the hearts everywhere. So that makes total sense. Dallas Cowboys. I was just looking for a date. And our volume's good. We'll get back to Michael's prep in just a second. But this is very interesting. 163, which is the first 3 digits of Trump's number, 163464. Blake Lively. His name comes to, and the date should come up. November 8th comes up. 11/8. So if we run 11/8, which that was also an election in 2020, was on 11/8. So if we run the election to the date, it's 3 years, 8 months. 38 is murder. 1354. You have the 135. The 135th prime number is 761. The total verses of Daniel and Revelation, which is one of the biggest codes for end times there is 761. So let's keep going with Michael's prep. The man comes around. Johnny Cash song. The lyrics start off at Revelation 6, verses 1 through 2. It was released on 5/24/2002, or exactly 22 years, 2 months prior to 7/24/24. The man comes around. May 24th, 2002. Wow. Good stuff, Michael. Amazing research. Harvey Bernhard, the Omen producer of the first 4 The Omen movies, and also produced The Beast Within, died on 1/16, backwards upside down on 11. So this one went on January 16th, 2014. He died exactly 10 years 190 days prior to 7/24/24. The 119 Donald or a backwards 9/11. Tennessee Pass, and that was Michael's stuff that he sent me on that I asked him to send me. All right. Great job, Michael. That's fascinating stuff as usual. Let's go to the let's go check out everything that would be on that day. It is a 37 progression of July 5th penumbral lunar eclipse, so the buck moon of 2020. It is a perfect progression. That was the beginning of the 6 goat moons that ended today. Today is the 6th goat full moon. Also November 30th, 2020, penumbral lunar. So this July 5th, this buck that we're talking about, let's run that. It's a perfect 1480 days. 148 is Donald J. Trump and simple gematria. Dang, this stuff is really starting to add up, isn't it? Yes, it is. It is starting to add up. So that's a perfect 1480 days. Man, if we run it to November 30th, November 30th eclipse 1332. Is that a progression? Wow, it's a 36 progression, y'all. Which is Adam in the Jewish Hebrew gematria, the most biblical. And we know that 332 days left in the year on my Groundhog Day divorce. 2009 times 332, 666, 988. And it's 1332, and it's Revelation 13:3 is the deadly wound. Mystery Babylon's big numbers are 33 and 32. Wow. 133, Revelation 13:3, deadly wound, but did live. That's just really gigantic stuff, y'all. Wow. So we've been tracking these forever, but they're perfect direct hits this time, biblically speaking. 148, Donald J. Trump, Revelation 13:3. Pistol, Pete Maravich birthday. The jet of 1109 leaving Afghanistan, what we think was a fake balloon. Alex Jones' birthday. 2/11/74. I want to look at that. 2/11/74. Because Alex Jones is a major player in this stuff. 18426. The hours are 442224. 18426. 50 years, 5 months, 13 days. Nothing really big that stands out. 18426. Let's see what progression it is. 498. The 98th verse is the White Horse crowning verse. FOR 98th verse. It's like saying 4 Revelation 6:2 is what it's like saying. Let's keep going. Their Satanic Majesty's Request, Rolling Stones album, December 8th, 1967. December 8th, 1967. December 8th. 20683. Well, 83 is murder in reverse ordinal. 20683. 559. The wedding, the address, remember of the 585 address? And then it's Highway 559. That's just coincidence. Anyway, it's 679 in the months. 79 is murder in simple gematria. It's 83 in the days. 83 is murder in reverse ordinal. So when we key in that murder, '83 murder, reverse ordinal, 38 reverse full reduction, 79 is murder in English ordinal or simple gematria. Full reduction, it's 34. But in the Jewish, the most biblical is 399. Yeah, so I have a friend who's got 83 and 38 in her number. She's born 6/15, 1982. 1982, whoops, 2 times 6 times 15. Her number is, it's got a 17, and then it's the 838. It's got murder, reverse full reduction, and murder, reverse ordinal. And she will be 38 murder days old on this 24th. 15380 days old. So, you know, that's kind of a direct hit because it begins with 153, which is the church, the 153 fish. Somebody I know well, born 10/22, 1983, the murder year. Believe it or not, on the potential murder date, he will be 148, 88, 86 days old on 7/24. The hours old he will be begins with 357, the amount of verses in the book of Daniel. I'm not going to tell you who this person is, but they are very special to me. And the fact, and on the rising day, need I say it, he'll be 148, 88 days old, 14888, 148, 88. All of it. Just, it's insane. Yeah. That's nutty buddy right there. That's crazy. Skyfall, the October 23rd, 2012. You always have to look at Skyfall. So let's just go to 2012 right now and look at all of the Skyfall dates. But of course, October 23rd. We'll look at that. That was a premiere date. And we're running it to the 24th. 4292. Well, that's 11 years, 9 months, and a day. Look at the hours, 138 for Donald Trump and civil gematria. 103008, 138. 4292 in the days. It is a 116 progression of 37. That's a backwards, upside down 9/11. That's what they gave us in Back to the Future. As we know, they gave us the 116. They gave us the backwards, upside down 9/11 for the Twin Pines Mall. The Lone Pine, it's at 133 and at 134. It does change the time. Like it'll click 133 to 134. This particular picture I have is just that. I think I have the 133 in another spot, in another space. Hang on, I'll find it. So there's the 133 right there. Which is Revelation 13:3. Deadly wound, but did live. Of course, Doc received the deadly wound. It was on his right eye. Throughout the movie, he had a bandage over his right eye because he fell off a stool or something. I don't know. But he got shot here, but did live. Somebody told me what J.C. Penney was about also. That's coded for something. I can't remember. Oh, Jesus Christ. JC. So anyway, we were looking at Skyfall. I want to look at all of Skyfall's. Because it's also 1026. And on the rising day, let's go back to the rising day. And Skyfall is also 11/9, if I'm not mistaken. Skyfall release date. Yeah, November 9th. So that's their, because the other two were premieres or the London release. Let's look at Skyfall. It's just nothing really to zoom home about, is there? If you look at SPECTRE, if you look at SPECTRE, Wikipedia, then we'll have to go to the film. Sorry. That's going, because that's a big one. That's November 6th. That's your 119. It's 148 minutes, and it's also October 26th in the United Kingdom. But that all switched to 2015. That's all it was. And the 9 turns to a 6. Now you're talking. 3183. 83 we know is murder. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's 8 years, 8 months, 18 days. 18 is 6 plus 6 plus 6. So it's 88 Antichrist. 3183. If you go to the October 26th, $88.28, 3194. On the rising day, 3196, 8 years, 9 months. And then, of course, there's No Time to Die, which was in 2021. It was on October 8th. There's your 1022. 33 months, 18 days. 18 is 6 plus 6 plus 6. And 33, of course, their number. That's just Gigantica. But the 1022 is just outstanding. I can't even begin to tell you. Big time code for October 22nd, of course. And I'm not going to get into it, but that's those are two big events that took place on that date. Apocalypto, release date December 8th, 2006. December 8th, once again, to the 24th. 6438. 38 is murder. It's a direct hit. Let's see how many progressions. It's 174 progressions. My goodness. Oh boy, I just discovered something. If you run it to the rising day, it's 6, 440. 440 is Antichrist and Jewish Hebrew gematria, the most biblical. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Apocalypto. The date of their fake staged event And let me just key in the date. You'll hear me as I key in the date. January 6, 2021 to our 24th date. 1295 divides by 37? No way. Yep, 35 progressions. It is a 37 progression. It's 185 weeks. It's 3 years, 6 months, 18 days. Ooh, I see what they're doing. The 18 again is 6 plus 6 plus 6, but 3 years, 6 months, 36 is Adam in Jewish gematria, and he is the Black Adam. Look at the seconds. 111, 888. World War Z had a release date. Unfortunately, I didn't put the date down there. Hang on. So World War Z, this is not the one that's a progression. This is the main release date. Check this out. 11 years, 1 month, 3 days for your 113 code. But it's 113 months, 3 days. So it's really the month and the days where they got you on that one. For Revelation 13:3, it's 13 months, 3 days, 1333 coded 1000%. So, but the one that's a hit, I believe, is going to be June 2nd, which was a premiere date, 4070. It's a perfect 110 progressions, the height of the twin trumps. But here it is. 133 months, 22 days. So it's Revelation 13:3 fused with 322. Skull and bones. That's gigantic. Along with November 22nd code, 11122. 11 years, 1 month, 22 days. That was Kennedy assassination. So the World War Z, that is going to be 6213. I need to put that down there. 6213 premiere. And yeah. So if you include both dates, One World Trade Tower opening. Now, let's go back and look. We always want to look because One World Trade Tower is at the 187 in the days. Not One World Trade Tower. I'm sorry, the Twin Towers. The World Trade Center popped off in 1973 on 4/4 for the 404 verses in Revelation. That's when it opened, 4/4, 1973. Also when Disney World opened in 73. If we run that to our 24th date, it's 18739. So there's your 187. And then on the rising day of Antichrist 726, that's Antichrist in English gematria. It's 51 years, 3 months, 22 days, 322, 322 code. So that's perfect. And it's 615 in the months, which always represents, that's when Batman Begins came out, but 615 always represents the 86ing because the 617th prime number, or 2 days later, and remember that was OJ's day, the AC on the white horse, AC, the white Bronco, fake stage chase scene that was all Hollywood. That took place on 617, representing his rising. So 615 is always code for the 86ing. At 617, it's the 113th prime number, 113, One World Trade Tower. 113 prime number is 617. So that's just a bunch of coded math in their world that we picked up on and happens to be very real. If you include both dates, One World Trade Tower opening on 11/3/2014. Tom Hanks event 201, Corona typewriter tweet. 3/17/2020. I want to look at that. It's a direct hit on the in-between day. I goofed, sorry. I didn't remember what it was, 3/17. Thank you. So it's 1591448, 4 years, 4 months, 8 days. 1591, eh? Wow, 43. It's 38,000 hours, 184. Anywho, The Undoing, which is perfect for the day after. Release date, October 25th, 2020. Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. Tippy Herndon, The Birds, Mystic Pizza, Soleimani Death. So the rising day of July 26, 726, Antichrist. Total solar eclipse, June 21st, 2001. That's the summer solstice, 2001. Total solar. When he rises, what do you know? The sun god, total solar. Let's run it, June 21st, 2001. To the rising day. 8436. Remember, 84 is 7 times 12, cleansing the church. 7 number for cleansing, 12 number for the church. It's also Trump's birthday. 6 times 14 is 84. It's 8436 in the days. 36 is Adam in Strong's Concordance. He's the Black Adam. 8436. So just those numbers alone are fascinating. It's 228th progression. In the hours, 2024, the year, 202464. How old will Trump be on the rising day? Well, he'll be 285.32. And remember, One World Trade Tower's address is 285. He'll be 285.32 days old. Yeah. Can't make that up. Mustang car release, the 5/9/1992 lighting of the crown at the Bank of America. So that's what Michael's been talking about. 5/9/1992. Let's take a look at it. 5/9/1992. Holy mackerel. Are y'all looking at this? 11,766 days. You got 66 book of the Bible, Revelation. You got 76, which is Adam and Strong's Concordance. You got Revelation 11:7 for the beast rising, followed by the 66th book of the Bible. It's 11766 days. You ready for this? 32 years, 2 months. 322. And 386 in the months. Both followed by 17 days. Q. 322 is the percent of a common year also. 3.56% of a common year. This is mind-blowing. That's mind-blowing. Donnie Darko, Director's Cut, Seattle, 5/29/2004. Did we say 529? $529. 7363. Let's see how many progressions that is. 199. 176, 712 in the hours. Let's now go to Olympus Has Fallen on 3/22/2013, and the Tesla, Barbara Feldon, Agent 99 also. So if you include both dates, Elon Musk birthday, Christopher Nolan birthday, Heath Ledger death, number 23 release date, Trump posing with a Bible, Skyfall, United Kingdom, Elvis's birthday, Challenger, NASA, Ken Miles death, annular solar, JFK assassination date. So if you include both dates, they're all hits also. And so I want to close it out with the transfer portal of time. And it is 2 years, 6 months, 14 days. 6/14 is Trump's birthday. So the transfer portal to the 7/24 event, it's 7/20, it's 9/26 in the days. Let's now do the 9/26. And now let's reverse it through the portal. Lands on June 29th, 2019. Let's add back. And now it's going to be 9/28. Well, he's actually portaling. Let's try 9/27. Yeah, June 28th. And then it would be June 27th on the rising day. June 27th of 2019. June 27th of 2019 for the rising day. He's portaling on June 28th. All right. I just wanted to look at stuff. I just needed to look at that. All right. Thank y'all for being here. Fascinating. Love y'all. Michael, amazing. Amazing.